I probably spent that on like Hennessy or something like that. So
Had to be lit. How have you stayed consistent with investing for your retirement?
Every single month, I think we do about 10% of our check goes into retirement every single month, no matter what happens. And then our brokerage, we think about it as we said once we get out of debt, whatever money we were throwing to debt every single month, we're gonna start investing our savings. So we do about $5,000 a month into some sort of investment, maybe saving for another business, or because she wants to do some stuff on her own. So saving for another business, or saving for retirement, or even just a taxable brokerage. So we make sure at least $5,000 is going to something that we can't touch, or something to grow in the future.
Very commendable. So there are people watching this who consider themselves broke. How can they change being broke?
Man, broke is a mindset. Broke is a mindset. You may not have money, but you don't have to be broke because you don't have money. If you broke, I can't fix that. But if you don't have money, we can fix that. There's tons of ways you can raise your income. And I even tell people, I didn't think about picking up a job. I worked at Equinox for $9 an hour. And
after college,
as an adult, 3 years ago, I was working at Equinox $9 an hour, making over 6 figures at my job.
That's a pause. That's a timeout. I know people who are jobless and or broke who wouldn't do that because they are too prideful. You were making $100,000 plus at the 9 to 5. You worked for $9 an hour to pay off your debt and to stack more.
Yeah.
Highly commendable.
I appreciate that.
How did your ego not get in the way of that?
We had goals that were bigger than today. Our goals are bigger than just now. That job was bigger than right now. That $9 was bigger than right now. So everything was long term. I went there, I worked 9 to 5, and I went there from 5 to 10. I lost a lot of weight working there too because I couldn't eat. I would go from work and I would be there till 10 o'clock, and I lost a lot of weight. But I knew our goals were bigger than what we were doing right now. So I would come in my suit. I'm not dressed like a suit like I'd be coming in, but I came in my suit and I would dress down to, I had like a black tee like this, some black jeans, and some sneakers that I probably could get dirty.
Yeah.
Let's go picking up towels, wiping down machines. But I took pride in that. I was offered the manager role there. I was like, I don't have the time. But my wife,
you thought about it though.
Yeah, Janoka, my wife, she got promoted there. She actually started working at the front desk. So she's like, he's going to make money. Why can't I make money? So I was like, let me put the word in.
They worked there together.
Yeah, we worked there together. She started making $10 an hour starting there, and she became a manager at the front desk. I was like, I don't know how you're gonna do this, but yeah, that was a good time. I enjoyed it. We were very humble, but we made a lot of good connections. A lot of people from like Preston Hollow and Dallas, which is one of the most prestigious areas, worked there, and they were just showing love because they knew we were bigger than what we were just doing right now.
It's amazing. It's amazing what wise people do to get ahead, and what non-wise people won't do to get ahead. $500,000 net worth, worked not for $9 an hour while making $100K at the gig. That's a big deal. So back to let's say the broke thing.
Yeah.
What are some action steps someone can take who says that they can't save money, but they work full time?
Yep.
That they don't make enough money and they can't save money. What are a few action steps that they could take?
I would say the first thing is figuring out, is there anything that you could cut in your budget? I hate to say, especially it depends on where you are in your financial situation. But I would say find out if there's anything you could cut. And it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna be something that's gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
So find out if there's any. It's like let's say you got a pot and you got all the water in that pot, but there's a hole in the pot. That means you're gonna start losing the water. Which is your money because it's leaking out the pot. So find out if there's any holes in your pot. Like we'll sit down and we'll go through people's budget and it's like, oh, I didn't know I still had that subscription. I haven't used that in months. It's been over a year. And that's $10 and stuff. That's nothing. But it adds up. So it's $10 here. Cell phone bill was another. We saved money by, we had a family account, just me and my wife. We were paying $200. I was like, wait, we moved to her father's account. We brought her cousin on. Now it's 6 of us. Now we pay $80 a month for both of us. And I was like, so now,
wow.
So now we're saving that money. All right, you just saved on the subscription. That's $200, over $200 a month you could be saving. So number one, find out if there's any leaks in your
Cut the fat out.
in your money. But then also we talk about raising your income. Find something that you could raise your income. That could be another job. Most people say I don't have the time to pick up another job, and there's always time in the day. But let's say you don't have enough time. Is there any skills that you could exchange money for? So let's say it's not physically going to a job, which I understand. Is there anything online you could do? Can you become a virtual assistant? Is there anything? You could be an admin for someone. There's tons of things you could do online where you can start to raise money. Can you create graphics for someone? You're not leaving your house.
Canva, hit it up, master that.
Go to Upwork.com. I was actually doing blogging for people in the financial space early on to kind of make I was making like $10 a blog, nothing much, but it adds up. I wasn't leaving my house, so I started writing financial articles for people. Wow. So there's tons of ways. I would say also trying to raise your income. So cut the expenses that you can. I know there's only so much money you could cut, but your income potential is unlimited. You could always make more money. Always, no matter how much you make. There's always the ability to make more money. So find out if there's any incomes that you could just add onto your plate.
So we're men, we're dudes, we're from New York. What if we're meeting a woman or dating a woman and she calls us cheap because we have a budget and we're sticking to our budget? Pressure?
Man, I would say, hey, she may not be for you, or she may not understand the whole thing about a budget. She may have heard that word her whole life, and it may have just triggered her. Oh, this guy's broke because he has a budget. Or she might have seen something in her family where they couldn't do anything because they always had the budget. So I would just say she's either not for you, or if you're really interested in this young lady, find out why does she think that. And I'm always open to the conversation. Why do you think that I'm broke or we can't afford to go out because I said it's not right now? Doesn't mean no, it may not be not right now.
Not right now.
So I would say have that conversation. I want to say completely cut her to the side, especially if you like her. I would say start right there.
My thing is never go broke for a woman, because if you're broke, you're not going to have her anyway.
That's true.
So she needs to respect. So we have to hit the camera on y'all real quick, if that's possible. So we have our boys here, David and Jalen. Shout out to y'all. Holding it down. They both hit that little sound that y'all just heard. They both hit it at the same time.
Hey, my brother was spinning.
And we recorded 4 episodes, and they haven't both did it at the same time yet.
That was a bar.
Keep that in mind. I am a believer in doing certain things, but you have to have a line, and she needs to respect it.
Yeah.
And you get into yourself. You going broke, that ain't it, fam. Because she'll bounce anyway. So have your line, and have a conversation about it. Hopefully she respects it.
That's important, that conversation part. Because especially if you're trying to build with that young lady, man, you don't have a conversation, it's not going to go anywhere. We talk to people all the time, and it's like, you don't marry a new person. You marry the same person that you already dated. Ooh. So by the time you get married, all those habits that you saw, you thought they were going to change because there was a ring in place. Or you might have went to the church. You thought God was going to sanction your marriage and that was going to change it. Deep. That wasn't going to happen.
Deep.
So have those conversations early and often.
We're going to wrap it up. I got some game here. I got some game too. This is game.
Good talk.
What does 40 look like for you?
Man, I'm barely 35, but 40, I think I'll be done with my job by 40. Though.
Done with job, okay.
I think our cleaning business is really going to take off because now I think we're getting more focused, and we have the resources to kind of push it the way we want to. I think we'll have our house by 40.
Okay.
I think we may have 2 kids. We don't have any kids right now. I think we'll probably have 2 kids. Have our house, the dog running in the backyard. We're not gonna get our dream house at 40. Nah, we're gonna work towards that.
I respect that.
I talked her out of her dream house, so let's start with the starter home. We're going to do that, but I think that's what 40 looks like. Financially, like I said, we're not going to probably not be working our jobs anymore. Hold me to it. I'm going to need y'all to hold me to it.
Got you.
5 years checking. I think that's where we're going to be, man. Build more relationships with people like you guys.
Appreciate it.
Be able to travel and do whatever we want when we want, but also providing value to others. That's what we about.
Well, you're doing it. It's impressive. It's relatable and it's motivating. I'll tell you that. Who should own a cleaning business and who should take your course?
Man, I would say people that want to create another more additional income, but also a person that's had this in the back of their mind. Like, listen, they've seen our videos, they thought about it, they had a family member or somebody who's really good at business. Because I had a student who I had no inclination to clean the business. He had no inclination, but he took our course and he's like, I figured this out. He came to me, he was like, I did 25,000 this month. I said, wait.
Holy shit.
I said, wait. I was like, I've done that
Put
once.
a billion on the...
And he's in this is less than a year. He's like, but he's really good at systems. He's really good at process and procedures. He's like, he's like, I got
That's
it.
a whole skill set right there. And it's transferable.
It is. And he does real estate. He does real estate and he does contractors and flips and stuff like that. He's like, he said, I'm on track to do 25 this month. And I was like, that is amazing. So someone who's really good at process and procedures, but also someone that's really diligent and a hard worker. Because it's not easy.
Yeah.
It took us 3 years to get here. It took us a lot of Googling. It took us a lot of, bumps and bruises to get here. But somebody that's diligent and has a great knowledge about process and procedures is definitely for them.
Anthony, the legend, $500 million on the board. Shout out to the wife. Shout out to seeing you worth $4 million, $10 million plus, $20 million plus by 40. Good meeting you, brother.
Nice meeting you as well.
The Hatchet's Way podcast episode. I don't know the number because we keep on recording this shit.
You've been listening to the Hatchet's Way podcast with Andre C. Hatchet. Be sure to follow Andre on Instagram at Andre C. Hatchet. That's ANDRECHATCHETT. Or if you want some of the flyest merch on the planet, go to ownorbeowned.co. That's ownorbeowned.co. And as always, you can check out how to become a successful mobile notary at notarybootcamp.com. That's notarybootcamp.com. We'll see you here next time.
Yeah, left